welcome to School Board Recognition Month 2017 at Waller Independent School District. I'm Andy McGrew.
And I'm Luce Barba. We're here at Waller ISD Studio 7 to recognize the all-star team of our community as celebrations in their honor explode around the school district.
The Waller ISD Board of Trustees is entrusted to help prepare today's students to be productive citizens and leaders of tomorrow. As elected officials, school board members are the voice of their communities, donating their time and energy to serve in the best interests of our school children. They truly represent our school's motto, all about kids.
The school board is key to the school district from last year's bond election, which approved $71.3 million for a new Jones Elementary School replacement, campus expansions and renovations, and more to meeting, honoring, and celebrating students and community members and their achievements in the school district.
So let's return the favor by getting into our in-depth coverage of each school board member on this year's illustrious all-star team. Shall we, Luz?
Of course, Andy. School Board President Gary Buchanan was initially drafted in 2012, nominated to serve as Board Vice President in June 2014, and as Board President in June 2016. This native Houstonian has lived in Waller ISD since 2005, works as Chief Operating Officer and partner of the Skyway Group, and has a lengthy career in aviation. He is a graduate of Rice Aviation School of Aeronautics in 1989 and holds an airframe and power plant FAA certification. In addition, he attended Embry-Riddle University, where he received his advanced flight ratings.
I guess you could say Mr. Buchanan really flies high in his leadership, right, Luz?
That's right, Andy. He also serves on the board for Hallmark College in San Antonio, Texas, and is a former U.S. Navy sailor.
Moving on now to our school board vice president, Ronald Campbell, who was drafted in October of 2012. Mr. Campbell was voted on to serve as board secretary in June 2014, and has now been nominated as board vice president in June 2016. Incredible progress, isn't that right, Luz?
Indeed, Andy. Mr. Campbell is a graduate of Sam Houston High School and works as a project manager for the Harris County Public Infrastructure Department. This must be why Mr. Campbell is uniquely qualified to help structure this team into the well-oiled machine it is.
Not only that, but he serves as the chuck wagon master for the all-star team.
Heading up as board secretary, Ms. Kim Parmer has served as a board trustee since May of 2009 and was drafted to serve as board secretary in June 2016. This Waller native of 20 years graduated from Illinois State University and has been a licensed chemical dependency counselor for the state of Texas since 1988. Secretary Parmer then earned her master's degree in 2014 from Prairie View A&M University in Human Science.
I think it's safe to say Ms. Parmer likely keeps the rest of the school board sane when they're approving yearly budget with all that counseling experience. Right, Luz?
I'll say her over 2 decades of experience as a Girl Scout veteran, as well as her extensive human science education, help her as she works on her various projects to serve at-risk children in addictive homes, as well as her position at Shield Bearer Counseling Center, a nonprofit counseling center who provides counseling for hurting families. This player definitely serves from the heart.
Indeed she does, Luz. Now on to board member Joe Landin, who has lived in Waller Independent School District over 15 years and was initially drafted to the Board of Trustees in May of 2011. Mr. Landin served as board secretary from June of 2013 to June of 2014 and is currently employed with AT&T as a professional client services project manager. Joe keeps the all-star team connected and operational with all the switches. He has the fiber of a home run hitter. A native of Corpus Christi, Texas, Joe received a Bachelor of Science degree in Business Commerce and Finance from University of Houston Downtown in 1992. In addition, he and his family have been actively involved in community activities, including scouting and Little League.
Sounds like a home run pick if I ever saw one, right, Andy?
That's right, Luz.
Board member Dr. Michael W. Prince has lived in the Waller Independent School District since 1988 and was drafted to serve on the school board in May of 2009, then board vice president from June 2013 to June 2014. This community all-star teammate broadcasts live coverage of Waller County events through various open mic broadcast network stations.
Dr. Prince is also a pastor and founder of Temple of Refuge Church of God in Christ, as well as the after-school program Never Ending Worship Bible Club since 2006.
That explains his 70-yard passes on the field. Sometimes that football is wearing wings and a halo.
Quite right, Luz. Moving on to board member BRYAN LOWE, This lifelong resident of the Waller Independent School District graduated from Waller High School in 1967. He has graciously served on the Board of Trustees since 1988 and was drafted to serve as the board president from June 2014 to June 2016. Mr. Lowe earned a dairy science degree from Texas A&M University in 1971, and he owned and operated a dairy in Hockley until 1993 and has since retired.
We're really milking Mr. Lowe's wisdom here at Waller ISD, aren't we, Andy?
And from the looks of things, he won't be moving on anytime soon. Mr. Lowe and his wife are active members of the Waller High School Boys Athletic Booster Club and the Waller Baptist Church, where Mr. Lowe is the deacon and treasurer of the congregation.
Last but certainly not least, board member David Kaminsky has served on the Board of Trustees since 1997 and has held positions of secretary, vice president, and president of the board. Mr. Kaminsky's service to Waller ISD began in 1994 when he joined the site-based decision-making committee at the campus and district levels. This all-star teammate is into all the meticulous details, making sure the school board dots all the I's and crosses all of the T's. He guarantees that the all-star meeting minutes get the CAMP stamp of approval.
That's right, Luz. And Mr. Kaminsky has unsurprisingly lived in Waller with his wife Catherine since 1979. He earned an Associates of Applied Science degree from North Harris County College and is a graduate of Tomball High School. He is also a proud parent of 4 children, all of whom attended Waller ISD schools from kinder to graduation, and he and his family are still active in the Waller Band Boosters as well as volunteer work at other school functions.
Truly an amazing team for our school district, and we thank you all from the bottom of our hearts as students at Waller ISD.
Yes, indeed. And that concludes our in-depth coverage of the Waller Independent School District School Board of Trustees. When you're out and about in the community and you see these folks, be sure to stop and thank them for all their hard work and service as the best all-star team in Texas.
From Waller ISD, Studio 7, farewell and good night.